All right. Nice.
All right, we're officially live. Um, let's see. Can I? Can everybody hear us? Okay.
I can hear you.
Let
Yep.
us know in the chat if you can hear us, and if not, say something.
And we're just gonna do the sign language.
Vegan,
YouTube live.
vegan Noto. You're the only guy in chat right now. Can you hear me and Marty? Okay. Okay. Cool. So you can hear both of us.
Nice.
All right. Then we're good to go, man.
We did
So,
it.
so I'm here today with a good friend of mine, old friend, we go way back, crypto noob and augmented reality expert,
It's true.
recent Hexican. So I think he's
This
pretty excited
this
about it.
live stream adopted me. Let's be real.
Yeah, it sucked you right in. So let's give a quick intro. Tell us about who you are and stuff.
I can start with that. My name is Marty Markinson. I I am an AR expert, or at least I like to think so. But I work at a software company in Boston called PTC, and we make software, augmented reality software for like industrial use cases. So like think service and manufacturing. I focus on manufacturing, like how can you use this HoloLens to help show you work instructions. So that's pretty cool stuff. And I also have some crypto. And I'm also friends with Matt. And let's get one more fun fact. I like rock climbing.
There you go. So you recently heard about Hex, I think, from my channel. Yeah, I know it's pretty much all the only thing that's cool in crypto right now is pretty much Hex. And
It is exciting.
I think you never even had Bitcoin to begin with, right? So you just skipped the whole Bitcoin thing and went straight to Hex, like the right way. Like,
Well, well, I actually had Bitcoin, but my girlfriend last night. This kind of started last night. I was going to FaceTime you because I was having a hard time buying Hex. I was like, how? What are like all the different apps that I need on my phone and the websites I need to go to? So I FaceTimed you um, to get some help, but we actually figured it out before he got back to us. But yeah, my girlfriend also bought Hex, and she went straight to Hex, and she was like, it was pretty funny. We were like, I was like, Olivia, don't you want to like maybe get started in Bitcoin and then like I don't know,
fuck that.
work your way up to Hex? Like Hex is like the real deal. I don't know if you're ready for it yet.
Yeah.
It's just like, nah, fuck that. I can't own like a full Bitcoin, but I can own like 100,000 Hex, so I want that.
Exactly, man. And that's what we gotta. That's what people don't understand. I mean, that's literally unit bias in a nutshell. So it's not cool to have 0.007 Bitcoin, but it is pretty cool to
Yeah,
have 100,000 hacks.
I have
You
been a
know?
little bit ashamed that I don't have a full Bitcoin yet. Like,
Well, I mean,
just
it's hard to do
someday.
now. Yeah, it's hard to
It is
do.
hard, but Hex, you can be a hexanaire. That was the word we were calling each other, hexaнаires.
Hexinate.
It's when you have six figures of the hex, or how many sides does the hexagon have? Is it
Six.
six? Yeah. So six figures of hex makes you a hexagon or a hexanaire.
Sure, man. Let's go with that. Yeah, we've got all kinds of weird lingo in crypto. Like, if you're a whale, that means you own a lot of crypto. Um, there's this meme called like the Virgin crypto trader and the Chad whale, and you want to be a Chad whale who just like puts a big buy order in and just doesn't even touch it. Because every time you try to be like a virgin trader, you just get wrecked. And
Yeah.
that's another term in crypto. Wrecked is REKT. So it basically just means you lost all your money in crypto. And it's happened to a lot of people, but you know, luckily it won't happen to you because you're a hexanaire. So
Don't get wrecked.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm a crypto noob, but I am strategic with my money. It's like I'll only put 10% in crypto, and if it goes gone, it's like, come on. I don't know. That's not the end of the world. But if it goes well, it would go really well.
yeah, yeah. Somebody in the chat said, "Have you seen the DApp radar report about hex?" I'm gonna look that up.
I don't even know what that means.
DApp radar is a website that rates different DApps. So I keep forgetting you're a noob. So a DApp is a decentralized application, right? So That's all it is. It's an app that's on built on a blockchain technology.
Mhm.
So, looks like what's going on with DApp Radar, guys? I just see Hex is on here. It says Hex is a high risk asset. Um, I don't know. I don't know what there is to look at here, but whatever. What's
I
up,
have a
everyone?
new question.
Go for it.
So I know that there's a relationship between the Hex blockchain and the Ethereum blockchain, but I don't understand what that relationship is.
All right. Well, let me try to explain that in like a layman's term. Basically, like with Ethereum, all the Ethereum blockchain does, or one of the main things, is it enables people to build additional tokens on top of it. You might hear the term ERC20 standard, which is
Yeah.
like basically just a type of token that you can create on top of Ethereum. And so what Ethereum did for the whole crypto ecosystem was it kicked off the whole 2017 bubble because everybody was making their own token. Everyone was
Mhm.
making their own shit coin. You had like Trump coin, Putin coin, things that had like didn't even make sense, you know. And then you had people with valid ideas that just didn't work out, and that all kind of came and went. But it really opened up the whole ecosystem for people to build on, and that's
Yep.
why if you talk to any developers today, everyone is building on Ethereum because you can't really build on Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin, it does what it does well. Like it's a store of value.
Mhm.
It's like digital gold,
Mhm.
but it's really really fucking hard to like build something on top of Bitcoin. So
What would what are the types of things you build? Like clearly another blockchain is one of them. Is that is that like are people exploring other things that they're building, or is it mostly blockchains like cryptocurrencies?
I mean,
I would
crypto.
say.
Yeah, I think cryptocurrency was like the main first use case and like probably the best
Hmm.
one. Um, and people have tried to put like real estate on the blockchain or like all this other stuff. Like people try to digitize things that they
Yeah.
like art, music, and all that. Um,
Yeah.
so they try to make digital forms of it on the blockchain because all a blockchain really does is it gives you digital scarcity.
Hmm.
So in a normal computer, you can copy and paste something as much as you want, right? You can just make an infinite number of copies of a file.
Hmm.
With a blockchain, you have like verifiable proof that
Yep.
there's only a certain number of these things, and you can
Yep.
track where they're all going. So
Yep.
you can't double. It's called like the
Right.
double spend problem.
Right.
So I guess really that works out well for money because you don't want somebody to print as much money as they want
Right.
because whatever that'll ruin the whole thing. And people have tried to
Unless
put
you're the
like
U.S. government.
yeah yeah well the Fed pretty much does whatever the fuck they want. And the same thing with crypto too. Like anybody making a new coin is kind of just like inflation in crypto because they're making a new token out of nothing. So that's the cool part. Is like we can make new tokens out of thin air, but just because we can make it doesn't mean it's going to have any value by default.
Yeah.
It's got to do something.
Yeah. So right. So what gives it value? What would give one crypto value over another?
Um, well, right now it's pretty much all based on speculation. So
Yeah.
people buy these things because they think it's going to go up in price later. The whole idea of using it as like a payments mechanism, that's all good, but that comes later after everybody already has adopted it.
Yep.
So nobody wants to pay with this stuff if they are holding it because they want it to go up in value.
Hmm.
But eventually, if it reaches a point where everybody has a crypto wallet embedded in their phone and like we reach mass adoption, you could
Yep.
see then it could be used as like real internet money, like digital money. So
Right. It's got to be
payments,
less volatile too, though, right? I mean, it's hard to pay someone something if you think the price is going to go up. You'd be like, I'd rather not pay you. I'd rather hold on to
yeah, yeah, 100%. I mean, this is like
it.
this is like very yeah, this is stuff that anybody can understand. Like, so yeah, you don't want to. It doesn't really work for what it's intended to right now. But the lofty goals of crypto, I would say, are to just totally replace the traditional financial system,
Yeah.
and that means like stuff like every product at a bank, like a CD, a savings account, loans, uh, stuff like that, interest bearing, uh, things. But you have to start with price appreciation
Yep.
because people aren't going to buy it if it doesn't go up in price. And so the whole
Yeah.
idea behind Hex is to make something that goes up in price so much that's so attractive for so many people
Hmm.
that it facilitates mass adoption and it becomes like the gateway drug into the whole thing. And so
Hmm.
it's hard to onboard someone into Bitcoin because I mean, if you buy people look at Bitcoin and they're like you said, oh, I can't buy one Bitcoin. It costs $8,000. Not knowing
Yep.
that they don't have to buy a whole one, but still it's not very cool to have 0.005 Bitcoin.
Yep.
Um, Hex is just more attractive because it has more potential, and you have the whole aspect of interest too, so you can lock it up and get more
Yep.
later. So
Yep.
I gotta ask too, what did you like end up doing with your Hex? Did you stake
What did
it?
I? No, I don't know how to do that. I just know how to buy it.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe this is the stream to teach you. Um, if you're wondering, so you know like about the whole staking thing, right?
I do. So that is, if I were to say, I understand it on a high level. It's saying like I'm going to lock this away and I'm going to get paid in hex for locking it away, right? So that's like the concept.
Exactly. Yep. Pretty
Yeah.
simple. So, um, you can do that optionally. You don't have to.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's kind of like a real CD. I don't know if you have like a CD in real life, but
Hmm.
if you try to take money out early, you get penalized, and
Yep.
you have to pay like some kind of a fee. So
Yep.
in Hex, the fees are pretty massive depending on how
Yep.
much percentage of your stake term you've completed. So if you've only completed
Got
like
it. Yep.
one day out of 300, you're gonna get
Yep.
wrecked. But if you complete like
Yep.
200 out of 300, you'll get your principal back probably, but you're probably not
Yep.
gonna get much interest back. Um,
Yep.
so it really rewards the people that believe in it
Yep.
enough to hold it.
Yep. That makes sense. And then this is what I was asking this yesterday. I was like, so why or and now I thought about it a little bit more, so I think I understand it better. But I was wondering like why like Bitcoin doesn't have a concept like a CD, or maybe it does, and that's not the important part. The important part is just like it's baked into hex from the beginning.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right. Bitcoin doesn't have, I mean, it has time locking, but you can't earn any interest on it. So why would anybody want to do that? There's
Mm,
nothing preventing anyone from just selling their Bitcoin whenever they want.
right.
And the really simple way to put it is like buying makes the price go up, selling makes the price go down. So how do you
Yep.
make a coin that people want to hold for the long term and they don't want to sell? You got to
You
make it.
don't make you. Yeah. You penalize them for selling, or you make an incentive to buy, or both.
Yeah, it's both really. Um,
Yeah.
And so if you do want to stake, like obviously I'm not going to tell you what to do, but go.hex.win is the website, which I've got up on my screen. You probably can't see it, but
Nah.
go.hex.win, pretty easy to remember. You just go there. Do you have a MetaMask wallet?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So this is where I always got confused. Like from this is the new perspective. You're just like go to this website and buy hex. There are also a couple more steps before you just go to that website if you've never bought crypto. I think that's important. If there's anyone who hasn't followed,
So like, what did you have to
because
do?
so the way I did it, and I would yeah be very curious on like how you do it compared to how I do it. So the way I did it, and the way I did it because I think it's the easiest. I know that there's going to be like people are like, oh, the keys are locked behind someone's door. They could open it at any time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the way I did it was I have an account on Coinbase and I have some crypto on Coinbase. And then, so when you sent that website, one of the things was you could pay with the Coinbase wallet. And I was like, what's that? I have Coinbase. And then figured out, so you had to download another app, the Coinbase wallet app. Then you had to transfer it from Coinbase to the wallet. And then once it was in the wallet, it was really hard for me to pay for it on that website. I kept like getting pushed to um, a different a different URL that didn't sell hex. That's what it was like tripping me up.
What different URL?
I think it's oh yeah, it was Uniswap.
Yeah, Uniswap. That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't think Uniswap has hex, so that's where I was like kept going around in a circle.
Yeah, see, that's the pain in the ass for the newcomers is like you tell people, oh, you can buy it on Uniswap, but Uniswap doesn't make it easy for you to buy it. Like you have to copy and paste the token address into the bar on Uniswap
Oh,
in order to get it to show up. Or
huh.
the I think I sent you to hexdex.win, right?
Yep, yep.
So that one is basically like it's the same. Uniswap is an open source software, but
Yep.
hexdex.win is just a different URL that launches the same Uniswap UI, but it
Got
has
it.
the hex token pre-built in, so you can just click it from
Okay.
a drop down. And it's
Got
been
it.
kind of annoying that the Uniswap guys won't add hex to their drop down list. I mean, it's been like an open GitHub issue for 4 months now that they just haven't looked
Hmm.
at. But
Can we
that
like upvote that? Can
Yeah, I mean, I actually went on GitHub
that
the
would
other
be
day.
that would be a good way to I don't know, make it easier. If there's any way to be like, I don't know, comment on the merge request or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we. It's funny you say that because me and this guy Firebun, we literally just did that, and
Oh,
then
nice.
the problem is like people out there like don't like hex out there. Some people, and it's only crypto people because they get very tribal and they say like my coin's better than your coin. But like to you, I'm sure that seems ridiculous.
There's got to be room for all the coins, and it's like, why? It's not a zero sum game, right? Why not like also give X a chance or every coin a chance, and then there'll be like
Yeah,
bigger variety. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, people can buy into whatever coin they want as long as they're buying crypto. They're getting familiar with it. Um,
yeah.
you got lucky that you happened to buy the best one, but not everyone is so lucky.
I did get, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny when I bought it too. I'm trying to remember the date, but it was like 2 Wednesdays ago, and it like literally an hour later went straight down. And I sent you a screenshot.
Yeah.
I was like, WTF, Matt?
Dude. So guys
Like,
on everyone watching right now, see them on my screen up here, I've got the beautiful hex chart up that goes up and to the right, but Marty bought like right here at the very local top of like and he's like, "What the fuck? I thought this only goes up." And so like he basically bought like before like one of the only dips we've ever had in hex. So I mean, that's just like the rite of passage of a crypto noob. You have to experience getting a little wrecked. It's normal, Marty. Everybody goes through these things.
it did make me feel a lot better about that money once it came back to level. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, yeah. Now you're in the green, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Hexologist wants to know what kind of stuff do you do with AR?
What kind of stuff do I do? I do product management for software that helps people who manufacture things, like put things together, like even ventilators in this case. They can see the work instructions, like see where all their tools are, follow through with them hands free. Yeah, so I like help define features with it, like we're integrating with manufacturing systems and finding how you get an AR experience into like a system that releases manufacturing work instructions is an interesting problem because they're like just now adopting like electronic tools.
So
But it's
like,
fun.
I thought you were building like, instructions for like how to build airplanes or something.
Yeah, that's like one of the use cases too. So the good thing about AR is it's like it's very good at showing work instructions, and there's lots of different types of work instructions. Like you could do ones on airplanes, you could do things to assemble things like um, devices and phones. But
So
yeah,
why would you need AR for that?
yeah, the benefit is like one of them is hands free, um, so you can see your instructions without having to like hold up a piece of paper.
Hmm.
Uh, or another big one is like directing people where to go. Like if you think about like today, we use like a GPS to get around places, and it's very easy. You just like add in an address, and it takes you right there. Like some factories are humongous, and people are like don't know where to go or the fastest way to go. So it's like GPS um, for you heads up. Be
Mm-hmm.
another.
Cool. So it's like so it helps people not like die by like dropping a part on them during when they're building an airplane.
More about like being more efficient, so like making sure they do their work a little bit faster and also right the first time. So
Hmm.
that's like a big one. Like a lot of times, even there's been lots of cases of planes where they like, like um, tolerances build up. So if you keep building something like 10 inches bigger than it should be and 10 inches bigger, then like you at the end of the line you add up and you've made a big mistake and two parts won't go together. So
Yeah.
so if you're like very precise about all those,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's like very almost like mechanical engineering type stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it is a lot of mechanical engineering because it gets, the products get originally designed by mechanical engineers, and they design so it can be assembled together. So you gotta like think about like some parts are welded and some are screwed.
Yeah.
So,
I thought you were gonna be wearing your HoloLens for this whole chat.
I was thinking about it.
Marty, do you think we're in a virtual reality right now? Do you think this is a simulation?
Do I think this is a simulation? Like, I mean, the classic answer is like, which I do believe is we don't know, and we could be. You wouldn't know if you were, right? So it's like,
Yeah, but that answer sucks.
it does suck. It really does suck. My guess is yes. If I had to go on the record, if you just like think about how good VR glasses have gotten in like 30 years, I don't know. Yeah, that's about the time probably it started, and then how much better they're going to be in like 100 years. So like, yeah, we're going to be able to replicate this.
Yeah.
But
cool.
Were we the first? That's another question. We could have been the first to do it. Seems unlikely.
Yeah. Yeah. So you heard it here first, guys. We're in a simulation.
We'll close the door on that question.
Yeah, we figured that one out. So back to hacks. What? So like you had a pretty frustrating time trying to buy from Uniswap because they didn't have it listed. What else pissed you off about the whole process?
Yeah. Well, that was the hardest part, and then just because I used. I mean, this isn't that important, but like I used the wallet, and it took like honestly 30 seconds to go to the wallet from to from Uniswap to my wallet. But that was like a very frightening time, and it also probably like made I was very uncertain when I was on Uniswap or Hex out that I would go to my wallet because that was like the first time I'd ever done that. I was like, I'm just gonna do this, and like I've never done it before, so there's always just like things that you don't know are always scary. So you're like, I don't know if this is gonna go to that thing. It seems like it's all hooked up, but like I couldn't know for sure.
Totally.
If that makes sense. So
Yeah.
it did introduce some hesitation into me, like being like, this is like, it's not. It's money that I could lose, but still I don't want to for being an idiot.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's
and then
weird.
If you tell your friends, you're like, I tried to buy Hex and I lost 500, they'd be like, yeah, you kind of deserve that. If I talk to people like outside of crypto, that's my friends.
That's the weird thing is like you're pasting a long string of letters and numbers into a UI, and in the meantime, there's like a 30-second, 1-minute delay where you don't know like what's happening, and if you're brand new, like you don't know, like you're like, did I just lose all my money? Like where is it right now? So like the fact that it's not instantaneous like a credit card transaction, like there's no visual feedback.
That was scary, but to be honest, I think like at that point I was already committed. I mean, if I fucked it up, then that would be like I'm probably done. But like the harder part, I think one of the problems is like the hesitation. Like how do you make people sure that money is gonna go to the right place and they could like potentially take it back if they need to? Like those are all things that I don't know. I'm just going in blind. I was like, I don't even know how to get it back. To be honest.
Yeah. Like we're used to having credit card companies where like you know who to contact if something goes wrong, and like
exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing about crypto. It's like, I guess that's where I can see like third-party, like companies serving some purpose, but like, it's not really the point of crypto. The whole point was to take control of your own money and take control of your own private keys. But people don't really want that.
I think it's risky too, right? People are like individuals are. I don't know. I think there's services that can make holding on to your keys easier. Like because it is like a lot of work. I haven't done the whole like cold storage and all that yet. Although I'm like, it makes sense, but it's like that's a whole nother step where I don't know. Like if I fat finger a number and it goes to the wrong place, it's like, well, it's a lot less. Maybe it's secure, but I don't have it. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, totally. And there's the whole
Yeah.
aspect of like you got to make sure you don't lose your ledger or what your hardware wallet.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean that's what I like about crypto, but that's what I can see a lot of people just not liking so much because we're all used to banks and
Right.
third parties that will help you if something happens.
Right. Yep. Totally.
Yeah.
But okay, I am curious. Like, what's the process that you go through?
Oh yeah. Like so to buy hacks, I mean I have a whole bunch of wallets on different apps, different places. I I guess I buy Ethereum. Well, I buy Ethereum first because you need that to transform into
Yeah.
hex. At first, I was going through go.hex.win through what's called the adoption amplifier. So on go.hex.win, that's the same website that you can go to stake if you want to.
Hmm.
There's a place where every day there's a big bucket of hex that gets released for the first 350 days, which is like the launch phase. And every day that hex bucket has about 500 million hex coins. And there's an Ethereum bucket that you can transfer Ethereum to. And let's say there's 500 million hex and there's 500 Ethereum. And there's 500 people that each send in one Ethereum. Well, everyone gets an equal proportion relative to the amount of Ethereum they sent in. So in that case, everybody would get, 1 million hex because they all put in one ETH exactly. So
Yep.
you get a relative amount for that day. That's one way to do it. And the other way is Uniswap. So at first I was doing it through go.hex.win, but now sometimes I'm finding a little bit better deal on Uniswap, like a little bit better price. So I've been going to Uniswap lately, which is also known as hexdex.win. But yeah, I know it's a lot to take in. I guess
Mm.
how I would get Ethereum. I mean, I've really just been transferring crypto that I already have into Ethereum on like exchanges, and
Mm.
then transferring it to my MetaMask wallet.
Mm.
But I guess if I didn't have anything, I would have to use some kind of onboarding, right? So I'd probably use Coinbase, or I heard MetaMask now has like this feature where you can just use your credit card and pay
Yep.
like a 3% fee or something, but you can just buy it directly all
Mm.
through MetaMask. So I think that's a great feature.
Yep. But even like, all right, so in the beginning, you're like, you can put this every day. There's this, I forgot the word you used, but
I,
the big pot, the
yeah,
rain. I guess imagine Hex like rains from the sky like once a day. But
basically.
during that time, I don't even like. You're like, oh yeah, you just like put in Ethereum, and then you get Hex. Like I don't even understand what that means. Like you just go to the website, and then you're at the website. Like how do you give it your Ethereum? Is it you give it the address, or like you give it wallet numbers? I don't know.
Um,
I didn't quite understand that.
yeah, you just it plugs into MetaMask. So all you have to do is
Okay.
click click this one button on the website, and it just links your MetaMask wallet to the website. And so
Okay.
it basically has like read only access to your wallet. And if
Mm-hmm.
you depending on what buttons you click, it'll do things for you. So it'll enter the lobby for you to get hacks, or it'll stake your coins for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much like the two main things you can do on there. And then
Got
there's also a referral program. So I don't know if you knew that, but anybody that clicks your referral link,
it.
um,
Mm-hmm.
however much they claim or buy,
Mm-hmm.
you'll get 10% more, 10% of that of whatever they'd bought. So
Got it. Got it.
it's
That makes sense.
one of the things that's aiming to make it attractive. Like Bitcoin doesn't have a referral program, so like there's no advertising. No one's hyped up to talk about it.
Right. Which is like referral programs are great. Like that's how you get into Uber. You're like, oh, remember when you got your first free ride from Uber?
Yeah, like 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
We're like,
And now you're still using it.
yeah, yeah.
Well, maybe not as much, but
Not these days. Yeah. Let's see.
okay. And then like, so I don't e- do I have a wallet and I have a wallet with Hex and like, is it all? I know it could be a variety of scenarios, but like, is it all? I don't understand if it's all in one address. Maybe it's in multiple addresses. Like, when
Um,
you transfer it, does it always is the default it transfers to like an address, a location?
yeah. So that long string of letters and numbers is like your public address. So
Okay.
That's where it all goes. And you can have one set of private keys that manages multiple public addresses,
Yep.
but that's a little more technical. I don't really think you would need that unless
Yep.
you start buying like massive amounts of hacks and you want to like split them up for safety.
Yep.
But you're probably good for right now, and
Yep.
just sending it
Got
all
it.
to that same address.
Got it. Oh, interesting. So is a wallet the same thing as an address,
Yeah,
or does a
yeah.
wallet have multiple addresses? Like, what's the relationship between wallets and addresses?
Uh, Good question. So a wallet is just a software, like a UI, that lets you see the number that you own and like send and receive and do like very basic things.
Yep.
So the wallet displays your address. Like the wallet is like where the address is enclosed in, kind of. Like and you can have really there's like a private key to public key relationship. So
Yep. That makes sense.
um but like I said, one private key can have multiple public keys associated with it. Regardless of whatever wallet you're using,
Huh.
you can load up your private key onto any wallet and it'll display your addresses for that account.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
That does make sense. And um, so, how about the relationship between addresses and keys? I know you said that you did say that you could have one private key for multiple public keys, but that's more advanced. But
Hmm.
is it typically each address has one private key?
Yeah, yeah, typically. Um,
Okay.
and that's the thing that you really do not want anybody to get because
Okay.
they'll steal all your money,
Got it.
right? Unless you
Got
want that.
it. I don't think so.
Let's see. People think hacks at 0.005 is high. What do you? Let's get your perspective. So you came in at what price, Marty?
0.0035. Maybe I got the decimals right, but it was 3.5. Like,
Yeah, actually, we can see. We just got to go to the peak
you
of the
go to the
chart.
top. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So you came in at 0.00. Oh, that's the hex to ETH pair. Hold on. What we really care about is the US dollar pair. So you came in at 0.0031 or so, point
Yeah,
0, yeah, and then now you're at 0.005. So you just made 40%.
I know.
How does that
It
make
was,
you feel?
how does that make you? Honestly, a little surprised. Like,
Yeah.
uh, it's not obviously it's not life changing, clearly, but it's exciting. I would definitely categorize it as exciting. I never saw Bitcoin go up that much, and I do feel like, everyone always is like, I've got friends who have stories about being in that Bitcoin, and I'm a little jealous, and I'm like hoping this is my chance.
Fuck yeah, that's literally the pitch. That's the whole pitch. Like, what if you could get in the greatest pump of all time? And
Yeah,
it's not fair that like I mean, well, it's fair. There's no fairness or whatever, but it does kind of suck to see that like people that mined in 2011, 2012 got a million times their money, whereas like now you'll be lucky if you make a 10x on Bitcoin.
yeah,
Like you'll be lucky. Like it might go to 100,000, but it might not. It might go to 50. Like we don't really know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but something that's so small that I was looking up like the amount of money that it would take to move the price, and for something like 1.8 million dollars, that basically doubled the price one day. So some large guy bought 1.8 million dollars worth,
yeah,
which is a lot, but it's not like insane in the grand scheme of things.
yeah,
That doubled the price overnight, and that can't happen in Bitcoin. If you put 1.8 million into
yeah,
Bitcoin, like it's a little blip in the radar, like it's
yeah,
nothing.
yeah. No, it makes complete sense. Um,
Do you have like any like what's your sell date, or like do you have any plans on selling Hex?
um, yeah, it's a good question. I think, yeah, it's a good question, and something that you're like, you should really strategize that beforehand a little bit. So in general, it's like I have 10% of my portfolio in crypto. If I ever got to 20%, I'd probably sell.
Hmm. Okay.
That would be one strategy. At least half to like keep it at that 10. And
Yeah.
then I feel like if it keeps going up, then it's like then I'll be like, well, we'll let it keep going up.
That might happen pretty quick with Hex.
Yeah, and then it could drop.
It could. It could. Yeah, I always gotta like make that disclaimer. It's like this could all go to
Yeah,
zero tomorrow, but why? I'm just gonna roll the dice. Why not?
exactly.
Let's see what's going on in the chat. I learned the hard way waiting at 0.00025, thinking it's too high, and then it ends up being yeah. That's the problem too with this coin. Like I kept trying to buy the dip for a while, but there was never a dip. Like it just kept going up. So I'm like, fuck. So I mean, I've been buying like since day one, or since day two technically. I was buying the whole way, kind of spacing it out in between. So
Mm.
at this point, I might be done buying, and I might just be. I'm definitely going to be promoting it up until I get my 10,000x returns. Like I'm going to be promoting this for the long term, and staking for the long term too. But yeah. RG3 says hold your crypto like it's a Kobe rookie card. Yeah, yeah, maybe.
R.I.P.
Yeah, RIP. Crypto works exponential. Yeah, like what else like investment wise? Like what is really going on in the traditional world for what do normal people do, Marty? I'm so disconnected.
From normal investments.
Yeah.
They buy the S&P 500.
It's so boring.
And yeah, that would be the best recommendation. Low fee mutual
Yeah.
fund.
Yeah. Makes me want
Sounds boring.
it is. That does not make me want to start a YouTube channel. The chances of Hex going to zero is zero. The chances of nothing, the chances of anything is probably not zero, but I think it's very, very, very low that Hex goes to zero. Possible $1. Marty, do you think it's possible for $1 Hex?
Dude, yes.
Yeah, pump it.
It's not even that much money. $1? Come on.
I know.
It's just $1. Like I have that in my wallet.
Yeah, exactly. And that's part of why there's so much supply. Like there's so many tokens is because of the unit bias thing. It's like if we want this to go to $1, you can't have like you need to have a lot of them, because there's only 21 million Bitcoin. Like if when Bitcoin was $1, the whole market cap was only $21 million, which is not that big.
Yeah.
So if this is going to try to overtake gold or overtake the CD market, like I think the CD market is like $7 trillion, you need to make it so that like it's attractive to buy at all these lower prices, or quote unquote lower. It's all lower relative to like when you bought, but yeah. How much would Hex be at $1 trillion market cap? I don't know, man. If anyone wants to do that math for me, let me know. Actually, we can probably do that math right now. Hex at $1 trillion market cap. What's the market cap right now? 778. Let's call the market cap right now. Oh my God. Hex is almost at $1 billion market cap. How many billions are there in 1 trillion? It's 1,000 billions?
Yeah.
So approximately 1,000 times the price right now. 1,000 times 0.005 would be $5. So if Hex was $1 trillion market cap, Hex would be $5 each. Marty, would you buy a vacation home or what would you do?
What I do? I was thinking about this some more. I would definitely get a house in Thailand.
Yeah,
In
Thailand.
the south, someplace on the beach.
Thailand's pretty sweet.
Thailand's dope. Like Thailand and Vermont. That's what I'm thinking.
Hitting the slopes.
Yeah, exactly.
Not my forte.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great. I love telling people that story. And I took my Midwestern friend snowboarding, and he crashed into the ski lift.
Man, I like almost died.
He did almost die.
I think I like every time
I've never seen someone crash into the ski lift.
Dude, I feel like I'm lucky to be alive, honestly. Every time I think about it, I get this weird like my butthole clenches up, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I broke the cartilage in my back for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like every time I stretched a certain way, it like hurt to move.
Believe it.
Yeah.
You went in hot. I like those guys that run them are like pretty chill. They're like they've spent their whole life working at ski lift and they're just listening to Grateful Dead. I've never seen one run so fast to help someone when you ran and crashed in the ski lift.
Yeah. So I'm a skiing noob, snowboarding noob. Marty's a crypto noob.
Yeah, true. Hopefully, I don't. Does that mean I like crash into a ski lift? Is that the analogy?
Yeah, getting wrecked is like the virtual ski lift that you're gonna crash into. We all get wrecked in our own ways, guys. Better question is how many sats would Hex be? Yeah, everyone in the chat is just so pumped up about the price. Like the price is not like not like anything I've ever seen in crypto. Like it's so hard to sell the price down too because like the people that hate it, I think this is one of the main things. The people that don't like Hex are not buying it and they're not gonna sell it because they don't have any. And if the only thing that makes the price go down is people selling, and the people that like Hex are staking, from what I've seen. So it's just a great community. Like it's you want these kind of people on your team, you know. And there's like 20,000 of us at least in the Telegram chat. Like if we look at the actual stats, I think there's like almost 200,000 addresses that own Hex. That might not be 200,000 people, but it's like 200,000 addresses. So, what else do you wish was better about crypto?
What I wish was better about crypto. It's a good question. I think like the wallet experience is tough. The moving from the Coinbase to the wallet.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could. I just haven't put the effort into reading it. I'm sure I could figure it out, but I'm like, it's work, I guess. So I guess the argument is that like it's decentralized, so you have control over it, but it's also like sometimes I want other people to provide me with a service.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
So that's one thing. I mean, the returns are pretty good. So it's like I guess they could be better.
Yeah. Do you have an address, a public address that you can paste in the chat, or that I can paste in the chat?
Yeah, this is where I'm like, do I just give you my? I need to make sure I know.
Don't give me your private key.
I know, that's what I'm like nervous about. Like I don't even know. Like so I go to my wallet.
Yeah, it's really hard to get to your private key.
Okay.
Like your private key is actually 12 words. So it's not a long string of letters and numbers. Well, it is, but it's depicted by 12 words, and they're called your seed words. And in MetaMask, you got to kind of go deep into the settings to get that. So
I would hope so.
You're probably not going to accidentally do that.
And so this is where I get confused too. It's like, all right, so I'm in my Coinbase wallet and I'm hitting like receive, and I see an address there, and that's like, I guess I have an Ethereum address, and like I also would have a Hex address. So if someone was like, oh, just give me your address, I'm like, which one do I give you? Like, I think I've got a couple.
Wait, received address. I think you should only have like one in MetaMask, only one main one.
One main address.
It's like it's at the very top where it says like account 1, you just copy it to clipboard, and that's your main one. It's in the header. Not seeing it?
It looks like it's partitioned by the currency. Like unless these are the same one.
Oh, but they're all the same. Like you can send Hex to that address or ETH to that address, and it'll receive any kind of ERC20 token.
Okay, got it.
Everyone watching, this is literally like the process that newcomers have to go through. Like it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I think a lot. Yeah, a lot of it is like the risk. You're like, I, there's always the chance that you would send the wrong numbers. I'm like scared to send this, to be honest. I'm like, what if this is the one?
What
It
is it?
says receive.
What does it begin with? 0x?
Oh, is that? Yeah, 0x.
They all
Does that
begin.
mean?
Yeah, that's your public key. They all begin with 0x.
Okay, that's good. So your private key doesn't begin with 0x.
Correct.
Okay. That's helpful. Does it begin with another two letters?
eh, I don't really know. I think everyone's private key is different. It's actually words. Like it's depicted by words. The private key.
Ah.
So it would be like long jump, uh, glass, like
Oh.
random words.
Huh.
Yeah, and you can actually make like a. It makes it easy to remember because you can create some kind of like song or story or like poem or whatever with the words, and you can
Oh,
basically,
interesting.
and that's how you can get past like, you know,
Huh.
TSA at the airport's not going to stop you for having 12 words in your head, But really,
Huh.
but those 12 words in your head can represent like millions of dollars.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah,
I
which is
never knew that.
pretty badass.
Huh. That is pretty badass. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do you have a song for yours?
Uh, I haven't invented a song yet, but I do know the words. Maybe I should invent like a cool story or something. But I would never want to tell anybody.
Yeah, so it can't be too cool, right? It's
Yeah,
gotta be a little boring.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what if you just like made the world's best poem out of your words and you're just like, no one will ever know.
Take that to the grave. Yeah, everyone in chat's it's just saying like, don't send your private keys. Like, I mean, it's a real shame when you see it. Like, oh, RG3 has a pretty good comment. You don't forget to copy and back up your seed words as soon as you can, Marty,
Yeah,
to you. Just because, I mean, you probably, I don't know how much hex you have. You can tell us if you want, but like, you don't have to. But might want to just back it up because, like, what if your computer crashes or whatever, and
yep,
keep the backup offline, off of your computer. Like, put it on a flash drive or a piece of paper, somewhere that's
yep,
not connected to the internet.
yeah,
So,
that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, crypto really makes you start to get a little paranoid, feel like a hoarder. It changes you.
I've heard stories though. I love reading. Well, they're kind of entertaining, the stories of people who like originally mined Bitcoin and then they like
Yeah.
forgot about it because they like it wasn't worth anything for a long time.
I heard a story about a guy who like mined Bitcoin. He demolished his old house to like build a new one, and his old keys were somewhere in the rubble of the demolished house. And he realized it, and he had to like dig underground through all this rubble to go find it.
Did he find it?
I think he found it, yeah. Or another one was you remember the Bitcoin pizza guy, right? So
No.
some guy bought two pizzas
Oh,
for 10,000 Bitcoin in like 2011, which today would be like millions of dollars.
must have been really good pizza.
Oh, I'm sure it was delicious. It's funny because we actually have in Hex. There's this guy hexologist who you should follow. He's entertaining as hell. Like he's hilarious, and you just follow him. But he bought two pizzas with Hex because he's trying to be like the Hex pizza guy. So like, and there's like a pizza tracker on one of these websites. I forgot what website has the pizza tracker. Guys, check, help me out. But anyway, there's like this counter that tells you how much his pizzas were worth over time. So so right
That's
now I think
great.
his pizzas are worth like $300 or something because he paid
That's
seventy
ridiculous.
thousand hacks for two pizzas.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah. I don't know where that pizza counter is. Oh, there's something cool about Hex too. So Marty, if you go to hex.live, it's a website that tells you about. It's like a ranking system for how much hex you have, and it puts you in like a league. And
Oh
so
my God.
it puts you in a league.
Fantasy hacks.
Dude,
Fantasy.
somebody should go
Go.
make that. Like, I mean, there's a lot of games being built on Hex, but a lot of them are just like gambling, and they're not really that fun, like lottery games and stuff. But yeah, you can build some
How
cool
can a
stuff.
game be built on Hex? Do you use it as currency in a game? Is that what that means? Or
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like one of them is like hexlotto.com, where like everybody can enter this lottery, and every, I don't know, certain period of time, like a lottery winner is picked. It's like a very basic game, but crypto attracts a lot of like the gambler types of people, so it's good for onboarding because like even if you don't like Hex, you might just be a degenerate gambler, and like that ends up being good for Hex because you're at least you're buying it. Um, I know it's not totally ethical, but whatever. The Hex.live thing is they rank you by how much percentage of shares that you own,
damn.
which I won't even get into shares, but you could be a silent shell, a shy shrimp, a cool crab, an oily octopus, a swift squid, a dabbing dolphin, super shark, and a winning whale is the top one. So, like right now we've got 16 whales and like a whole bunch of like we got like 3,000 octopi. And you can plug it.
So you're in like a
You're in like a
ranking,
class, yeah. So we can see,
dude. That would be a sick shirt.
yeah, yeah,
Like, is there a logo or anything?
yeah. There's a little emoji, so yeah. People have been making hex shirts too. I've seen a few. I just bought one. I'm gonna start wearing it on my streams and stuff.
I do like the logo and the name. Very succinct, one syllable. You got an
Yeah,
X in there.
yeah. It's fucking cool. It sounds like sex.
Well, it does. Yeah, sex.
It's
That's a
pink and
good one.
yellow. Like it really stands out. Like it's like if you're scrolling through the list of like altcoins, like
Yeah.
a yellow and like pink thing, and it's just
Yep.
hex, and you're like, what's the real name of that? Oh, it's just hex. That's it. Like
Yep.
that's all it is.
What I was able to gather from the founder is like he's he's good at marketing, which to me is like a huge plus.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
marketing is like huge company. There's a reason companies have big marketing departments and
Yeah,
think it's important.
dude. Yeah, crypto sucks ass at marketing, and this guy is like pretty incredible at marketing. So it's like I don't know, one of the many reasons why I'm in. I'm all in. I'm like half in. I'm 50-50 to be honest, between Bitcoin and Hex right now, but um, it's so tempting just to dump all my Bitcoin for Hex. Like every day I think about it, but it's like then I don't know, putting all your eggs in one basket just goes against like what I've been taught. But at the same time, like you're, I feel like you can only get those mad gains if you go all in. Like, you know what I mean? Not financial advice or anything, but um, if you expose yourself to these black swan events, like and these really high risk, high reward type events, that's where like the true wealth is really made. So no one ever like got super rich investing in like the S&P. Maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe Warren Buffett did or something. But yeah. Smash up the likes. Yeah, guys, smash up the likes. Smash that like button so hard. The pot of dolphins is coming back strong. That's right, Hexo. I think me and him are both dolphins. I think I gotta check. There's dude. You know what? You gotta join the Telegram group.
Yeah.
Get the Telegram app. It's so funny. Like I'll even send you a link for like the pro channel where we just there's like more high quality like funny content. There's a whole
Nice.
channel just for memes, and like we just make memes all day. It's like the funniest shit you've ever seen. I, d-
Epic.
I dumped my five
Count
thousand
me in.
dollars worth of Litecoin into Hex. Good for you, Brian Jones. Good for you. You're gonna. I think that's a great choice. Dolphin Gang, yeah, Brian. Dolphin Gang. I dumped my Neo for Hex. Best decision ever. Hell yeah, Brizology. Yeah, everyone's dumping their shitcoins for Hex. It's great. It's like, why hold on to something that already had its boom and its bust and might not ever get another pump again when you could get in on the greatest pump of all time? God, I sound like such a shill.
I
But
wasn't gonna say it.
I know.
But strategy works. doing that to my girlfriend for a week straight. Finally, she broke down.
I think that's the best story. Is like you're you've like vaguely heard about Bitcoin, you have a little bit, but your girlfriend doesn't even never bought anything in her life, just goes all in on hacks. Love
She
it.
wanted more than one.
It's so simple. It's that simple, guys. Mm. Yeah, no financial advice, guys. I'm not giving any financial advice. Um,
You can buy more than one hex, most likely.
I would assume that you have the money for that. Yeah.
Chances are high.
Are the shares an ERC20 token that you can transfer? No, they are not. Shares are different than hacks. So when you stake your hacks, you get shares in return, and they're two totally different things. But your share rate depends how much interest you get, or influences how much interest you get. So um, that's I'm not going to get into too much about how shares work, but if you have more shares, you get more interest. And staking earlier gets you more shares. Yep. Um, this guy's like, I had to bribe my wife with cheesecake. Easy sell. Easy sell. The thing is, like,
How did that work? Was he like, I'll bring home cheesecake if you buy hex?
Lazar, did she pay for the cheesecake with hacks? Yeah. To the outside world, like a lot of this stuff seems sketchy because we're talking about mad gains and like the pump and everything, but it's really just like a belief. Like it only has value if people believe in it, and like people aren't going to believe in it if people aren't excited about it. So I might sound like I'm shilling and not really looking at all the risk and understanding all the risk, but like I've thought about this a lot, and like I don't know, you got to also participate and like be part of the ecosystem, right? If you want this thing to do well, you got to say nice things about it. So to the outside world, it does look a little like you're trying to sell them on like a pyramid scheme or something, but it's really not like at all. Like a pyramid scheme is when there's like one guy at the top that's getting all the money, and another layer that's getting a little some of the money from the newer guys and all that. But this is just like a flat. You buy if you want, or you don't have to, and then you can sell if you want, but you don't have to. So that's how all this shit works. That's how anything has value. Like Beanie Babies, Pokemon cards, they only have value because people think it has value. Oh, Marty, did you know about Big Payday?
No, I did not.
So if you're staking your hacks on day 351, there's a big day called Big Payday where it's only paid to people that are stakers, but there's a huge amount of hacks that's based on all of the unclaimed Bitcoin, proportional, and it gets distributed to every staker based on what percentage of hacks you own. So right now, let's see, I don't want to look up live or anything, but Big Payday would probably pay me about triple what I currently have. So if that sounds good to you should.
Sounds good.
Yeah, yeah.
That
More money sounds good, right?
Well, this is the interesting part. Is like it's going up, and there's like more strategies and things that are going to make people want to like buy more.
Yeah, there's like the more you look at it, there's like
I didn't even know about that, and I bought
it. This thing sells itself. But yeah, Big Payday. There's 183 billion hacks that's going to be supplied to anybody that's staking. So
is it proportional by how much you stake? Or
yeah,
is it like you stake one hex?
It's proportional, but still, I mean, you could probably double or triple your stack.
How do you stake? How does that work? Can we go through that?
Yeah, just go to go.hex.win. Which
right,
I wish we could do this live on camera, but probably don't want to show everyone your MetaMask.
probably doesn't. Oh, so it requires MetaMask browser. Yeah, I don't have that, so I need to download that.
Wait, how do you not have MetaMask? I thought you did.
No, I don't.
Wait, I thought that was the whole. Wait, what?
Did I break it?
No, how did you buy hacks?
My Coinbase wallet.
Oh, so it's in. Wait, you have Hex in your Coinbase wallet.
I do. Did I break it?
Wait, I didn't. Oh, okay. No, you probably didn't, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I just didn't know you could buy it in Coinbase wallet.
yeah, I
Cool,
do.
cool. MetaMask is a Chrome extension,
Okay.
so just get that, and then you can do all your stuff.
Yeah, so that's where it's like there's always a couple steps I feel between you just get that and you do it. Like so now I have MetaMask, and but my other Ethereum is I see it through my wallet, but I have the addresses. So like that's the part where I get flipped up. So now let's say I've downloaded MetaMask.
Yep.
What would my screen now show? Like when I tried to buy it or tried to stake.
Uh,
That was a lot of questions.
I have no. I can walk. I'll hop off like offline with you, and I'll walk you through
All right.
everything. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah. Emergency end staking penalties. Yeah, I mentioned that a little bit at the beginning, Hexologist, but Marty, so you know if you stake and you end the stake early, you get penalized, right?
Yep. Yep.
Cool, cool.
It's like a loan or a bond. It's more like a bond.
Yeah, essentially, or CD.
Hmm.
Hmm. Coinbase wallet probably accepts any ERC20. Oh, you're probably right. You're probably right, guy in chat. You got any questions for anyone, Marty? We got
Any
70 people here
70?
that are hanging on
Wow.
your. They're hanging on your every word.
Every single word.
Yep.
Uh, Let me think. I I have it now in my wallet. I'm gonna hold it.
Wait. So
I'm
you bought Hex on Coinbase?
no, I'd buy. Let's see. So I have Ethereum. I use the Coinbase wallet to buy Hex. I
From
think that would be the best way to describe it.
from from Coinbase itself? Did you ever leave the
No,
Coinbase? Oh.
yeah, I did. I took that link you sent hex.dev dot
Oh, so you know what happened? I think then is wait.
because that URL has a
I don't
has
know.
a place to say buy with Coinbase wallet.
Do you have like any kind of UI visualization that represents the number of Hex that you own?
I do. Yeah,
What
it goes up
is
a
it?
lot.
Is it Coinbase? Is it Coinbase?
What? It's the Coinbase wallet.
Okay, because RG3 is saying that you didn't buy. There's no Hex in Coinbase, but I've never used the Coinbase wallet before, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
he is right. It's not in Coinbase, but I think Coinbase has multiple applications, and they have this wallet, and that's what I use to facilitate the buying
So
on.
it's not Coinbase.com. It's Coinbase
No,
Wallet.
it's a mobile app called Coinbase Wallet.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Shit. Okay. Well, didn't know that.
yeah. So I do
Yeah.
have a question. I thought of one.
Good.
Where did you say? You say good?
Yeah.
Finally,
Good.
I'm tired of hearing this noob try to explain what Coinbase is.
No, man. I want to just make sure that you have, because I'm like concerned. I want to make sure you have all your hacks.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like I do have it.
Yeah.
We talk later, but
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Um, so where does the Ethereum go that every day you're like you put Ethereum here and then it pays you back in Hex? Where does that Ethereum go?
Nice. Great question. Um, so that Ethereum goes to an anonymous place called the contract address, and then every day after the daily lobby is over, it gets transferred to another address, which is called the flush address. Nobody knows who owns the flush address. People speculate, but we can't know because in order to avoid Hex becoming a security by legal definition, we can't have any expectation of work from others from a central party. So we basically are going on belief that, well, first of all, we shouldn't really care, but I am choosing to voluntarily believe that the Ethereum will go to a good cause that will be good for the project. And you can believe whatever you want, but essentially you should just consider that Ethereum not yours anymore, and like there's no refunds, no nothing. But you got your hex.
Got it.
Yeah. Can I move the mouse off his face? Is the mouse on your face? Dude, don't do that. They're gonna like meme you or something. I don't know where the mouse is. All right, well, sorry if the mouse is on his face, but yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Whatever.
It's right on his nose. So yeah, where does the Ethereum go? Anybody in chat have a better answer than me for that one? The whole big like, it's like everyone's kind of in on it, but you're not supposed to care because you don't want Hex to be a security. Because if it was a security, then it could be regulated like a security, which would be bad for the price.
Mhm.
Because it would
Is
just cause.
Bitcoin regulated like a security?
No, it's regulated in a bunch of different ways by a bunch of different jurisdictions, in a bunch of different countries. Um, Even Ethereum is like kind of up in the air. No, everyone seems to disagree. The weird thing about crypto is like the whole legal landscape is gray. There's not a whole lot of laws about crypto. I think in the U.S. they're taxable as like capital gains to a degree,
Mhm.
and that was just a recent bill that passed like last year, where like before there was confusion on whether or not it was like property or some kind of an asset or like a stock or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think essentially all you have to know as like an American citizen is like you have to pay tax when you cash out for U.S. dollars. But I mean that's pretty much the main thing.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Can you see like who's how many addresses are staking and how much? Is there like any insight in that?
yeah, totally.
That would be
Um,
interesting.
there's some pretty cool websites out there. So somebody built hexinfo.io, and you can put anyone's address in there, and you can see how much they're staking. So if you go to etherscan.io,
Mhm.
you can look up the top owners of Hex and just see what they're doing. And there's a pretty cool one. So like, for example, right now on my screen, I'm looking at top Hex holders. I'm taking number 5 guy. I'm going to copy his address into hexinfo.io. And you can kind of like, I don't enjoy doing this, but you can kind of spy on what people are doing because it's all public on the blockchain, but you don't know who it is, but you know like what, if they're staking or not, basically.
Mhm. Yeah, because I feel like yeah, you obviously want a lot of people to. It's beneficial to stake because then I was like, it makes a lot of sense, right? Where if everyone can take their money all at once, it's just going to drop down. But if there's like these random stakes, it
Yeah.
kind of prevents it from going down. That was a light bulb moment
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
realized.
Dude, yeah, you're getting it. And I only told you about this shit like a few days ago. So, um, you're catching on.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
But
Let's see. I'm trying to find one of the top guys that's like staking a lot. I found one the other day.
so
Hmm.
Hex is at like one address, one Ethereum address. Is that right?
There's a contract address. So every token has a contract address, which is like where you can look it up on etherscan.io. Um,
Yeah,
but
there now.
but every token holder is under the holders section, so you can see like how all these different tokens are allocated.
Oh, wait, what? What is this?
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at Hex. Oh, wait, this token's called Hexagon. I think it's.
Yeah, it's a shitty like nobody cares about hexagon. You got to scroll down. It's like the fourth one if you type in hex. Yeah. Vince Chang says the way that he described it recently to someone is that it's like asking where the ETH goes is like paying for your meal at a restaurant and asking the owner where your money went. So, don't ask, don't tell.
All
How,
right, cool. so I can see that all the holders of Hex and their addresses. Like one of
Yeah.
them, someone's got 4.1%.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And they have, what is this number?
What do you
Let's
mean?
see if I can figure it out.
The
The
quantity?
quantity. Yeah.
That's
I'm
how.
trying to, that's a billion, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 6 billion. I think is the biggest one.
6 billion Hex.
That's right.
Cool.
Do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like semi anonymous, right? Like you can see, but like you can't tie a name to any of those. So
Yeah.
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 So do you see a day where Hex can be better than Bitcoin?
Do I?
Yeah.
Of course. I guess. Like, what do I know?
Y-
I'm the crypto noob, so take that with a grain of salt.
No, I mean
Um,
your view is probably more important than most because we want to get new people in, and so like in crypto, like the reason I even wanted to have you on, the main reason is because everyone's in their own echo chamber, and like talking about how great crypto is and attacking everybody else about how their crypto sucks, but like what we really need is just new people, and you're like a fresh crypto
yeah,
guy.
crypto needs another coin to go to the moon. It's like people forgot about Bitcoin.
Yeah,
So
everyone loved it in 2017, and then they just forgot.
they're like, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah. But it was hard to buy. I will say that. It was
yeah,
like, as a first coin, it's like, you need to get it on the exchange. That's how noobs like me buy it. And it really goes up, in my opinion.
yeah. And it's already on about 24 exchanges right now. Some of a good amount of them are Chinese, so
Mm,
a good amount are like spread all over the world. But for Americans like us, um, I think we would want it to be on Coinbase. Would be like the primary one that
yeah.
I know a lot of people use, and
Yeah.
that'll take some time because they don't add tokens, you know, very easily. Especially not
Yeah.
if they're only like 4 or 5 months old. They probably want to make sure it's not, you know, an actual scam or anything. So they're probably gonna
Yeah.
wait a little bit longer before adding it. But you know,
Yeah.
at some point they'll have no choice but to add it. Like
Yeah.
it'll be so popular that like they'll be stupid for not adding it.
Yeah. Like that's what's exciting, right? It's because like that's another level. That's what gets
Exactly.
me excited.
Yeah.
It's going up, and I feel like it does have a lot of things working for it that are like incentivize more people to get on.
Hmm.
Like I don't think it's even reached much of a network effect of like the only reason I know is because I'm your roommate, right? That's literally the only reason why. It's
Yeah.
because we were roommates, and like I don't know. I use Bitcoin. I still don't even know about it, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's like a whole another group of people
Yeah.
that are out there.
Yeah. I mean, and you get on Coinbase and you get all the scratch the surface crypto guys that just kind of know about it,
Yep.
and then you know get to top five or top two or three, then you're on like the world news. So
And eventually we get to a place where it's not feasible to buy a whole hex, so you lose out on the market, like my girlfriend, which is okay.
yeah, that's right. That's right. There's a lot of leaps and bounds to be made still.
That's how you know you'll make it when someone's like a whole hex. No way. I'll buy the hexagon coin.
Don't
It's
don't
close.
don't buy that. That's another problem. Is like now there's like similar named coins. Like let's go check those out. Like anyone on the chat, do not buy these coins. Hexagon HXG. The fuck is that? C hex token? Yeah, don't buy those. Just buy good old hex. It's the one that's nice and pink. It sticks out. You can't miss it. But yeah, cool, man. You want to talk about anything else, like you know, AR,
Hmm.
coronavirus? I don't know.
Um, let's see. Does anyone on the chat have any questions about AR?
Uh, the only question so far I've seen is just what do you do, which is like already been answered.
Mm,
We can wrap this up. We've been going for an hour 14.
Jesus.
Um, BTC is
Yeah.
boring. Yeah, I agree. BTC is boring.
Not as exciting as Hex. That's
No,
funny.
definitely not. No white paper. Yeah. Um, yeah, Bitcoin had a white paper. Hex just has a website. So people are like, oh, it doesn't have a white paper. It's like all the information's on the website. It's just they didn't call
What's the
it.
difference?
They're
What makes something a white paper?
calling it a white paper. That's
Oh,
that's it. So
basically, it's called the website a white paper.
yeah, exactly. Call the website a white paper. Um, yeah, I think we'll wrap it up, guys. Um, maybe I'll put Marty's big Ethereum address in the description, and you can send him 100 hex or 1,000 hex or donate to the noob because
Hey,
he's gonna
dude.
tell other people about it, and this is literally how network effects happen. Like,
Yeah.
tell your friends, they'll get excited, they'll tell other people. There's a referral program, right? So if anyone wants to drop their referral link in there too, we could have Marty use that next time. Um,
Yeah.
or
I
Marty.
represent a whole market of noobs who are knocking on the door to get Hex.
Yeah, you should create your own referral link too, dude. Like you should. I mean, because if you want to, like, I know you got that Instagram channel or page, and do you have your own YouTube channel?
I do. Yeah. It's Marty Markinson.
Let's go check that out.
Talk mostly about augmented reality,
Let's,
AR.
I gotta subscribe to you.
Do it. Smash that subscribe button.
Everybody, if you want to learn about AR, look up Marty Markinson. I'll put the link in the description. Can't believe I've never seen your channel before.
My channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be more regular about making content. I like this. I like this. Talk to someone, or just like talk to the microphone.
I
Been
get,
doing a lot of like.
is this a video of you playing hockey?
Is it? Is that on the channel too?
Marty Markinson scores for Lancer hockey versus Ludlow.
No, that's not my channel. But we can watch my one and only high school golf. It was somehow caught on tape. Like the two most amazing things in my life. One, my one career goal was caught on tape, and two, I bought Hex right before it dipped.
Yeah. Those are two valid claims to fame, dude. I don't know why you're not more famous, to be honest. Yeah, you're pretty good at the thumbnails too. Good thumbnails.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll sub.
Goofy.
All right, man. Well, let's talk offline. I want to make sure that you're not that you, that you're doing everything right. And for everyone in chat, thank you for coming. I got another live stream tomorrow with Steph from Hex.live. He's going to be doing a 1 million hex giveaway, so tune into that. If you want that sweet hex, I think 1 million hex is worth like over $1,000. So like you're gonna want to get that. So tune in, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Cool. Peace.